I'm typing this from a hospital room, and I need to get this out before I completely break down. My mother refused to take me to my cancer treatment because she needed her Sunday spa day, and when I discovered the real reason she abandoned me, and what my husband knew about it, the betrayal was so deep that I served him divorce papers in front of his entire family. This isn't just about a missed appointment. This is about discovering that the two people I trusted most in the world conspired to destroy me. My name is Catherine, and I'm 34 years old. I have a 7-year-old daughter named Lily who is the light of my life, and until 2 weeks ago, I thought I had a solid marriage to my husband Marcus. We've been together for 10 years, married for 8. Marcus works in finance, makes good money, and always seemed like a supportive partner. My mother, Patricia, has always been complicated, overbearing, critical, but I thought she loved me in her own way. I thought when things got really hard, she'd be there. 6 months ago, I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. I'm young for it, no family history, just terrible luck. The oncologist laid out an aggressive treatment plan: lumpectomy, chemotherapy, radiation. The surgery went well in October, and I started chemo in November. It's been brutal. The nausea, the fatigue, losing my hair, watching my body change in ways that make me feel like a stranger to myself. But I kept telling myself I was doing it for Lily. I needed to survive for my daughter. Marcus was supportive at first. He came to the initial appointments, held my hand during the surgery, told me we'd get through this together. But as treatment wore on, he started pulling back. Working later, spending more time at the gym, being on his phone constantly. When I asked him about it, he said he was stressed about work and dealing with his own anxiety about my diagnosis. I felt guilty for even bringing it up. Here I was, the one with cancer, and I was making him feel bad for being stressed. My mother's reaction to my diagnosis was typical Patricia. She made it about her. How am I supposed to handle this stress? What will people think? You need to stay positive and not bring everyone down with your negativity. When I lost my hair, she suggested I wear wigs around her friends so I didn't look sick. When I was too tired to come to her weekly Sunday dinners, she accused me of using cancer as an excuse to avoid family obligations. But she did offer to help with one specific thing: driving me to chemotherapy appointments. I can't drive myself because of the anti-nausea medication they give me during treatment. It makes me too drowsy and disoriented. Marcus's work schedule is unpredictable, and my best friend Sarah lives an hour away and has 3 kids of her own. When Mom volunteered to be my regular chemo driver, I was actually touched. I thought maybe this crisis would bring us closer. For the first few appointments, she did fine. She'd pick me up, drop me off, wait in the car, and drive me home. She complained the whole time about the traffic, the parking, how long it took, how depressing the cancer center was, but she showed up. I kept thanking her profusely, telling her how much it meant to me. She'd wave it off with, "Well, someone has to do it." Then came last Sunday. I had a chemo appointment scheduled for 10 a.m. Mom was supposed to pick me up at 9:15. I was ready, bag packed with snacks and water, wearing the soft clothes that don't irritate my port, feeling as prepared as anyone can feel for poison to be pumped into their veins. 9:15 came and went. No Mom. I texted, "Hey, are you on your way?" No response. Called at 9:25. Voicemail. Called again at 9:30. She picked up. "Catherine, I can't do it today." "What?" "Mom, my appointment is in half an hour." "I know, but something came up." "You'll have to reschedule." "I can't just reschedule chemo. It's scheduled weeks in advance." The oncologist specifically said I can't miss treatments, or it compromises the effectiveness. "Well, I have plans." "I'm sorry, but you'll figure something out." Plans? What plans? I have a spa appointment. Full day package. Massage, facial, the works. I booked it months ago, and it's non-refundable. I actually laughed. Not because it was funny, but because I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Mom, I have cancer. I need chemotherapy. You're cancelling because of a spa day. Don't be dramatic. You can miss one treatment. It's not like you're dying. I have cancer. Chemotherapy is keeping me alive. And you're being very ungrateful right now. I've driven you to every single appointment without complaint. You've complained the entire time. And the one time I need a day for myself, you're making me feel guilty. Do you have any idea how stressful this has been for me? Watching you go through this. I need self-care too, Catherine. I'm entitled to that. And checked his phone activity from yesterday. He hadn't been at the gym or running errands. His phone had been on the entire time. He'd made multiple calls. Sent dozens of texts. All to one number. A number that wasn't saved in his contacts, but that I recognized from seeing it pop up on his phone screen over the past few months. I called the number. A woman answered. Hello. Hi. Who is this? Who's calling? This is Catherine Torres. You've been texting my husband. Silence. Then, oh my God. Who are you? My name is Lauren. I work with Marcus. What do you do? I'm a senior analyst at his firm. And why are you texting my husband dozens of times on Sunday? We were working on a project. On Sunday. For 12 hours. I should go. Were you with him yesterday? Long pause. Yes. The world tilted. Where? Catherine, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Where were you? His apartment. His apartment. We have a house. She was crying now. The apartment downtown. The one he rents for, when he needs space from, oh God, he told me you knew. He said you had an arrangement because of your illness, that you couldn't, that the marriage was basically over and you'd both moved on. I hung up. Looked up Marcus Torres apartment rental on Google. Found a listing on a property management site. 1 bedroom, downtown, rented 3 months ago. Right after I started chemotherapy. I called the property management company. Pretended to be his assistant confirming the address for a delivery. They gave it to me without question. I got in my car, probably shouldn't have been driving, but I didn't care, and drove downtown to the address. It was a nice building. Doorman. I walked in like I belonged there, took the elevator to the 6th floor, found apartment 6C. Used Marcus's credit card to slip the door lock, something I'd seen in a movie once, and couldn't believe actually worked. The apartment was exactly what you'd expect. Minimalist furniture. Expensive. A few of Marcus's things scattered around, his favorite coffee mug, his gym bag, a framed photo on the side table of him, and a woman who must be Lauren. No photos of me. No photos of Lily. I sat on his couch in this secret apartment he'd rented while I was doing chemotherapy, and I tried to understand how we'd gotten here. My phone buzzed. A text from my mother. I think you owe me an apology for how you spoke to me this morning. When you're ready to be mature about this, we can talk. Something in me snapped. I took photos of everything in the apartment. Then I went home and started looking through our financial records. Found the apartment lease payment, automatically deducted from our joint account every month. Found charges at expensive restaurants I'd never been to. Found hotel rooms. Found jewelry purchases I'd never received. Marcus came home that evening and found me sitting at the kitchen table with printed bank statements spread out in front of me. Hey babe. How are you feeling? Where were you yesterday? I told you. G-man. I called Lauren. His face went completely white. Who? Your girlfriend, Marcus. The one you spent yesterday with. In the apartment you've been renting with our money. The apartment I've been helping pay for while going through chemotherapy. He sat down heavily. Kath. How long? It's not what you think. How long? 3 months. But it's not, we weren't planning for this to happen. 3 months. You've been having an affair for 3 months. I started chemo 4 months ago. It's not like that. Then what is it like, Marcus? Explain it to me. Explain how you started sleeping with another woman a month into your wife's cancer treatment. I couldn't handle it. He was shouting now. I couldn't handle watching you go through this. Every day, coming home to you being sick, being exhausted, being sad, it was killing me. I needed someone who made me feel normal again. I stared at him. I have cancer. I'm not doing this to you. I'm not choosing this. I know, but it affects me too. My life has been completely disrupted. Everything revolves around your treatment schedule, your doctor's appointments, your needs. What about my needs? What about what I'm going through? You're going through watching your wife have cancer. I'm going through having cancer. Those are not the same thing. You're not the only person who's suffering here. So you rented an apartment and started an affair. I needed an escape. I needed to feel like myself again. And Lauren, she understands. She doesn't make me feel guilty for wanting to be happy. I make you feel guilty for wanting to be happy. I have cancer, Marcus. I'm fighting to stay alive. For you. For Lily. And you're treating me like I'm inconveniencing you by not dying faster. That's not fair. Did my mother know? What? Yesterday. When she cancelled taking me to chemo for a spa appointment. Did she know you were with Lauren? Is that why she did it? His face told me everything I needed to know. Marcus. Did my mother know about your affair? She figured it out a few weeks ago. She saw me and Lauren at a restaurant. And instead of telling me, she what? Covered for you. She said, she understood why I needed space. She said you'd been dramatic about the whole cancer thing, and that I deserved to be happy. I actually laughed. It came out strangled and broken. Dramatic about cancer. She said she'd handle things with you. That she'd create some distance so Lauren and I could have time together. The spa appointment. She cancelled on me deliberately. To give you Sunday with Lauren. Kath. You and my mother conspired to leave me without cancer treatment so you could spend the day with your mistress. We didn't think you'd have a bad reaction. You didn't think. You didn't think that maybe leaving someone alone during chemo was dangerous. You didn't think that maybe your wife needed support. You always manage. I ended up on the bathroom floor vomiting for 6 hours while you were in your secret apartment with your girlfriend. He stood up. I can't do this anymore. I can't keep pretending that everything's okay. This marriage, it's not working. It hasn't been working for a long time. I have cancer. I know. And I'm sorry. But I didn't sign up for this. I didn't marry you expecting you to get sick and need constant care. I have a right to be happy. Get out. What? Get out of this house. Now? And don't come back until I say so. Kath, come on. I said get out. Or I will call the police and report that you've been stealing from our joint account to fund an affair. He grabbed his keys and left. I called my lawyer the next morning. Her name is Diane and she's handled some real estate stuff for us in the past. She left. Slammed the door. I sat back down and cried harder than I'd cried through the entire cancer journey. That Sunday, Marcus's family was having their monthly dinner at his parents' house. Marcus texted asking if I'd bring Lily or if he should pick her up. I told him I'd bring her. He seemed relieved, probably thought things were smoothing over. I got Lily ready. Dressed her in her favorite dress. Told her we were going to Grandma and Grandpa Torres's house. She was excited, she loved family dinners. Diane met me 3 blocks from Marcus's parents' house. She handed me the envelope with the divorce papers. "You're sure you want to do it this way?" "Positive." We drove to the house. Everyone was there, Marcus's parents, his 2 brothers, their wives, all the kids. Marcus and Lauren were sitting on the couch together. Lauren stood up when she saw me, looking terrified. "Catherine, I didn't know you were coming." "Lily, go play with your cousins in the backyard," I said calmly. "Mommy, are you okay?" She'd been so worried about me lately. So perceptive for 7 years old. "I'm fine, baby. Go play." She ran outside. I turned to Marcus. Everyone was staring. "Catherine, what are you doing?" Marcus stood up. I walked over and handed him the envelope. "You're being served with divorce papers." The room went completely silent. Marcus stared at the envelope. "You can't be serious." "I'm very serious. You've been having an affair for 3 months, you've been stealing marital funds to rent an apartment for your mistress, and you and my mother conspired to deny me cancer treatment so you could spend time with your girlfriend. This marriage is over." His mother gasped. "Catherine, what are you talking about?" I turned to her. "Marcus has been having an affair with Lauren here for 3 months. He rented an apartment with our joint money. And last Sunday, when I needed him to take me to chemotherapy, he turned his phone off and spent the day with her while my mother deliberately cancelled on me, leaving me without treatment." Lauren was crying now. "I didn't know about the cancer treatment. Marcus told me you knew about us." "I'm sure he told you a lot of things." Marcus's father stood up. "Son, is this true?" Marcus's face was red. "Dad, it's complicated. Did you or did you not have an affair while your wife was going through cancer treatment?" "Yes, but..." "Get out." His father's voice boomed through the house. "Get out of my home. I raised you better than this." Marcus's mother was sobbing. His brothers looked disgusted. The wives were staring at Lauren with open hostility. "Dad, you don't understand." "I understand perfectly. Your wife has cancer and you betrayed her. You stole from her. You abandoned her when she needed you most. You are not the man I thought you were. Catherine's been impossible to deal with. Everything's been about her and her cancer. Because she has cancer." His brother Miguel was shouting now. "What is wrong with you?" I looked at Marcus one more time. This man I'd loved for 10 years. This man I'd built a life with. This man I'd been fighting cancer for. "You'll be hearing from my lawyer. I want you out of the house by Friday. Diane has already filed for restraining order based on financial abuse. You're not to contact me except through legal counsel. Kath, please. And I'm getting full custody. I have documented evidence of your affair, your financial fraud, and your abandonment during a medical crisis. Diane says it's an open and shut case. You can't take Lily from me. You chose your mistress over your daughter. You chose a spa day with my mother over my cancer treatment. You made your choices, Marcus. Now live with them." I walked outside to where Lily was playing. "Come on, baby. We are going home." "Already?" But we just got here. I know. But we need to go. As we drove away, I could see Marcus standing in the driveway, the envelope still in his hand, his entire family staring at him with disgust. That was 10 days ago. Marcus moved out. My mother has been calling and texting nonstop, saying I destroyed her relationship with Marcus's family, that I humiliated her by revealing what she'd done, that I'm cruel and vindictive. I blocked her number. Marcus's mother calls me every day to apologize for her son and to ask about my treatment. She drives me to chemo now. Sits with me the entire time. Holds my hand when the nausea gets bad. She cries sometimes and says, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry my son did this to you." "You didn't do it," I tell her. "He did." The divorce is proceeding. Diane says Marcus's lawyer is already trying to negotiate because the evidence is overwhelming. Marcus will likely lose almost everything. The house, most of the assets, custody. He'll owe spousal and child support. His reputation is destroyed. Word got out in his social circle about what he did. People are horrified. Lauren lost her job. Turns out workplace affairs violate company policy. She's been calling me, begging me to tell the truth about how she didn't know the full situation. I don't answer. My cancer treatment is ongoing. 3 more rounds of chemo, then radiation. The prognosis is good. My oncologist says the treatment is working. I am going to survive this. And I'm going to survive it without Marcus. Without my mother. Without anyone who ever made me feel like fighting for my life was an inconvenience. Lily knows some of what happened. I told her that Daddy made some bad choices, and we are going to live separately for a while. She cries sometimes, asks when he's coming home. It breaks my heart. But I also know that showing her a mother who stands up for herself, who doesn't tolerate betrayal, who fights for what she deserves, that's more important than maintaining a lie. Marcus's family has been incredible. They've disowned him in every meaningful way. His mother told him he's not welcome at family events until he becomes the man we raised. His brothers refuse to speak to him. Even his father, who rarely shows emotion, sent me a text that said, "You are still our daughter. You will always be Lily's grandmother's daughter-in-law in our hearts. We are ashamed of Marcus and we stand with you." It's not the family I thought I'd have. But it's the family that showed up when it mattered. I saw my mother yesterday. By accident, at the grocery store. She approached me, tried to act like nothing had happened. "Catherine, sweetie, I've missed you so much. When can we talk?" I looked at her. This woman who gave birth to me. Who raised me. Who I'd loved my whole life despite her flaws. We have nothing to talk about. Don't be like that. I'm your mother. A mother doesn't abandon her daughter during cancer treatment for a spa day. A mother doesn't conspire with her son-in-law to help him cheat. A mother doesn't call her daughter dramatic for having a life-threatening illness. I made a mistake. You made a choice. You chose Marcus's happiness over my life. That's not a mistake. That's who you are. She started crying. Please. You're all I have. That's a lie. You have your spa appointments. You have your Sunday dinners. You have whatever it is that's more important than your daughter's survival. Go enjoy those things. I walked away. She called after me, but I didn't turn around. I am 34 years old. I have cancer. I am going through a divorce. My mother has been cut out of my life. I'm raising my daughter alone, while dealing with chemotherapy side effects and the trauma of betrayal. But I'm still here. Still fighting. Still surviving. And I'm going to beat this. The cancer. The divorce. All of it. Because I deserve better. Lily deserves better. And anyone who can't see that doesn't deserve a place in our lives. Marcus texted me this morning, I made a terrible mistake. I want to fix this. Can we talk? I forwarded it to Diane without responding. My mother left a voicemail, you're destroying this family. I hope you're happy. I deleted it without listening to the whole thing. And my future mother-in-law, I guess I should call her something else now, but she insists I'm still family, sent me a photo of Lily at their house, eating ice cream and laughing with her grandfather. The caption said, "This is what family looks like. People who show up. Always." She's right. And I'm finally learning to recognize the difference between people who say they love you and people who actually do. Marcus can have Lauren and the apartment and whatever happiness he thinks he found by abandoning his family. My mother can have her spa days and her excuses and her righteous indignation. I'll have Lily. And my health. And a future that doesn't include people who see my fight for survival as an inconvenience. That's more than enough. That's everything.